It's important to understand that plants need light. But don't forget that plants also reach underground with their roots into a world of darkness where you can't see what they're up to. Here at Mystery Science Labs, we made a root viewer that lets you see into this secret root world. So, what's been happening over the last week in that secret world? This is the root viewer that we made. It was 5 seeds placed on a wet paper towel, with the viewer placed on end, just like you see here. Let's get a closer look. Here's what one of the seeds looked like on day 1, the day we made our root viewer. Okay, and now here's day 2. The root had started to grow. By day 3, the root had grown even longer. And notice you can also see lots of those fuzzy threads. Do you remember what they're called? Root hairs. They're the part of the root that actually soaks up the mineral-rich water from the dirt. Now, check this out. Let's back up again to day 2. I want to show you something. So this is a close-up of the seed on day 2. Do you notice anything surprising? When you look closely, you can see that this seed had been pointing upward. See how the root started to come out of the top? But then the root curved around and grew downward, where it needs to be if it's going to find water. Isn't that weird? It's as if the root knew which way was down. We wondered, what would the root do if we now turned it so that it was no longer growing downwards? Can a root really sense which way is downwards? So in order to figure this out, we took the root viewer, which all this time had been pointed in this direction, and we turned it on its side, so that now the root viewer is pointing this direction. Now each root, which had been growing downwards, is pointing sideways. If the roots really can sense which way is down, what do you think will happen now? Let's wait one day and see. You ready? Day 4. Whoa, you see that? The roots figured out which way was down again. They started growing downward. So plant roots really can sense which way is down. And you can change the direction they're growing by turning them as they grow. In today's activity, you're going to make one of these, a grass head. You'll use what you learned about plants to make your grass head's hair grow in the direction you want it to grow. Like, do you want the grass hair to grow straight up like this? Or do you want it to grow pointing swept back like this? You'll get to choose. But first you need to make a grass head and give it about a week or 2 to grow. So I'll walk you through the process now, step by step. Get your starting supplies. You'll get more supplies later. When you're done with this step, click the arrow on the right.
So you need a ruler, a pen, a popsicle stick, 3 rubber bands, and 2 paper towels.
Fold one edge of a paper towel up 2 inches. Then, fold it into a strip, like this. Roll the strip around a popsicle stick. Then put a rubber band around it like this. Use the other paper towel to cover the roll, like this. And then put a rubber band around it, like this. Now it's time to draw a face. You choose what it looks like. I'm going to draw a silly face. Get your final supplies. You'll share the water and seeds with other students.
Here you need a cup of water, bowl of seeds, preferably bird seeds or grass seeds or even wheat seeds, the rice seeds. And you need a nylon sock, a plate, and the worksheet. You don't need it for this experiment. We will be using our own.
Okay, dip the head into water, and before taking it out, let it drip in the cup for a bit. Then keep it over your plate to catch any more drips. Dip the wet head into the seeds. Make sure seeds are stuck on everywhere you want hair to grow. Work over your plate to catch any falling seeds. The next step is a tricky one. Work with the person next to you. Watch this whole step before you touch anything. You'll open the sock like this and have your partner put in the head, just like this. Then you'll add a rubber band. Now you may have to adjust some seeds that were knocked out of place, like this. In a minute, you'll have a choice to make. While your grass head is growing, it can be in one of these three positions. It can be lying on its back, standing up, or lying face down. Make some predictions as a class. Which way do you think your grass head's hair will grow? If it's lying on its back, standing up, or lying face down?